Hi, it's Juliet Loves Beginning with a message called Being Led to the Last Illusion. And I have to start with a laugh here because I believe when I was originally receiving this message, I was given a song. And, I sometimes include songs. And it was the final countdown. Um, and I went to listen to it, and I just decided I'm not putting a song in this time. That was for me. I'm not putting it in there. And just now when I sit down to record it, it's blaring in my mind. So I at least have to mention it in case you want to go listen to it too. Okay, so being led to the last illusion. Reflections of death seemingly outside of you point back to your certainty that death is real and that it's a final triumph over God. That is the original point of this world, to prove that death is real, to enact a drama in which fear and pain and death are more powerful than what you are, than what you extend from eternally. This world is an attempt to put a stop to eternity, and you made it. Because it is an imaginary world, you have done nothing real, and you have done nothing wrong. In the recognition that you have done nothing wrong, you have no need to see death, destruction, and wrongdoing and flaw that appear to be outside of you instead of in your imagination. Whenever you run into something that looks like something you don't want to see, whether it's a war that looks like it's outside of you, or a person you believe you don't like, stop for a moment of correction. Say this to yourself: I will accept correction for this in my mind. The fact that you need to accept correction does not mean that you have done anything wrong. It does not mean that you have made anything real. It just means that you have fallen into a pattern of perceiving what cannot ever truly exist, and help is here for you now. No matter what it is that seems to cause your distress, big or small, near or far, seemingly caused by your character or by another, the correction for it is here in your mind now. If someone around you mentions nuclear war, go deep into any reactivity, any desire to contradict or push back that arises. Go into any certainty that is real, any certainty that it is real, any certainty that it has effects. Go in past your own attempt to put an end to eternity. And remember, this cannot ever happen. Eternity is real, and attempts to end eternity are purely imagined. All of time and space is purely imagined. All that your senses tell you is purely imagined. And into this world of imagination, what is real comes in to guide your perception into peace, a reflection of the eternal. Simply open up everything to be guided without pretending that anything you have imagined is real. Let's talk about escapes or escapism. What is it that you escape? You escape a facet of the illusion you have made. Where is it that you escape to? You escape into another facet of the illusion you have made. Recognizing that neither facet of illusion has actual existence, where does that leave you? Right in front of the real escape. You don't have to keep switching illusions. You can allow your perception to be guided into the illusion that conducts you out of illusion. This is a question of my will versus thy will. Thy will is the will that you share with all, and this will conducts all of you into the perception of peace together. Every moment of tension is an opportunity to accept thy will instead of what ego is telling you is preferable. Take your attention off what ego is telling you for just a moment, and you shift ever so slightly toward hearing what your actual and shared will is saying to you. We promise that it is easy to follow. Opinions come in so quickly to the mind. They disguise your fearful thoughts. When you believe an opinion that ego sends to you, you don't have to deal with a pile of fearful thoughts that is sitting underneath it. Opinion is like fondant on a cake. It disguises what is underneath. If you are willing to see every opinion as a trick, you can then face all of the fearful thoughts hiding under each one. It may seem like stable and satisfying ground to stand on the platform of opinion, but you actually feel much better when you confront the true instability hiding underneath all opinions, all of the fearful thoughts you have been cherishing, believing that they are safety. Think for a moment about experiencing impatience with what appears to be another person. These thoughts come to mind. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to be with you. Where did these thoughts originally come from? Can you travel way, way back to discover the origin of these thoughts? They did not come from your parents. When anyone seemed to be impatient with you, it was a reflection back to you of the thinking to which you attached. The actors in your drama reflect back your thinking, the certainties you brought with you into this body experience. Now is always your moment to question these certainties, free of the blame you would try to shoot out upon any other. Just take the simplest path. Question the certainty. When you question any painful certainty you have, you allow the correction in your perception. Allowing correction of perception brings you into the illusion that leads you out of illusion. All together now, let's come safely into the light of the final illusion. Beautiful soul, we are here, and we rejoice in your presence forever. Thanks for listening.